Hello lovelies, how are you all doing today? I hope you're well. I'm really happy because we've got hopefully a couple of hours of dry need to get on. I'm sitting on my rush chair. It's going mouldy because it got wet. Never mind, I'll try and clean it up. But yes, couple of little last planting jobs to get on with that have been delayed by the rain. It is now, I'm trying to work out, I think it's about 8, 9, 10, nearly 2 weeks. It's nearly 2 weeks since I planted the garlic and the broad beans, and I've been doing that thing we all do, well, when it's dry, coming out here looking, are they up yet, are they up yet, are they up yet? Patience, Vivi, let me show you what's happened. In the background, one of my neighbours is having some scaffolding erected, so you're going to hear that as they bolt the scaffolding on. But what was really sweet then is I've come out of the back door, neighbours on the far, not even on my street, behind and beyond. That woman was just coming home, coming up her steps, and she said, "I miss your tomatoes." We just had a little chat. I said they'll be back next year. Right, let me show you what's happened and then talk about, because I'm going to need to use a tool, talk about tools and choices. Okay, let's have a butcher's. Is anything showing? Apart from that leaf. Yes, look, the first shoot there. There's another one here which is tiny. You probably, well, just about make it out. Oh, and one here. So these are the Isle of Wight garlics. Oh, it's starting to drizzle. One up there. Oh yeah. Okay, so the garlic are definitely on their way up. And this one I can see 1, 2, 3. They'll be emerging. So, oh yeah. Oh, there we go. 4 was hiding behind the leaf. And then with the broad beans, can you see? There we go. One is up there. One's showing. Oh, I can see a couple showing. But you can also see, look at the little annual weeds. So they're going to need hoeing off. I'm going to talk about hoes in a second. I ordered a net tunnel for here, just for a little bit of protection from, say, wind. It arrived this morning, but it's incorrect. Oh my goodness. I just want a company to get something right first time of asking. They've sent the wrong thing. They've sent a fleece tunnel. I don't want fleece, I want mesh. Anyway, hopefully they'll get that sorted out. Now, any signs of the supermarket garlic? Oh yeah, there's one. Yeah, they're coming as well. Any signs of the... oh yeah, and there's the Isle of Wight. Right, also, there are no butterflies. There haven't been any butterflies for days, so I'll take all this net off and let these little dazzling blue kales try to come back to life. Right, let's have a quick word about tools. So, I ended up bringing from London 2 hoes. I thought Paul was going to have one, but actually, being sensible, they can't get this in their car, one of these in their car. So I'm going to give one to the Emporium to sell. I did mention this to Paul. He's like, yeah, can't carry it. So I've got 2 hoes because, well, there's a bit of a story behind both. Drawer hoe, you see, and I'm now going to decide which one to keep as well. So the drawer hoe, this was the one I bought from an online garden tool maker. It came through the letterbox. They must have put this end through first, sort of got it up and under the letterbox and shoved it through, because when I got home from wherever that day, I couldn't open the front door because it was stuck behind the door and completely wedged it. What did I do? I think I must have had to call one of my neighbours upstairs to say, can you come and remove whatever's blocking the door? So that's got its little story. But also this one, something very special. The head of the hoe, the metal part, was given to me. It was surplus to requirement. And then another plot neighbour made the handle for me and, can't smell it now, and oiled it and loveliness. So that's got a story to it too. So they're both a bit sentimental. No room for sentiment, or no space as in to keep. So which one am I going to keep and why? So this one, the drawer hoe, So this is great on the allotment. If I'm drilling, you can use it sort of, instead of going flat on its point there, I can pull it along to make drills if I'm seeding a small seed that I want to dribble into holes. And when you're doing 3 or 4 rows per bed in 10 plus beds, it saves a lot of back to be able to do it with the draw hoe, because it's long. I am not going to be making big long drills like that in this garden anymore, so I think that actually this is the one that can go. So that's the draw hoe. And the other one, and this is the one I'll be using today if it doesn't get too wet. I mean, I might carry on working if it's just drizzle, but I'll have to put you inside. So my other one, the Dutch hoe, and look, different countries, different places have different names, but these are how I know them. Draw hoe, and this is the Dutch hoe, and this is the one that's perfect for just scooting along, just sort of, a few millimetres under the surface of the soil, just to cut off the little developing roots of the annual weeds. Just give them a little along, and they'll die on the surface of the soil. They'll become compost. So that's my one that I'm opting to keep, my Dutch hoe, and I will give away the draw hoe that nearly locked me out for the rest of the day. Okay, so what's on the agenda today? Gloves on, we're going down there. Come on, chop chop. Oh, and also hang around, because a couple of days ago, is it now? I'm losing track of time. I'm always losing track of time. In the recent past, within the last week or so, I finished the shed. So you can see that a bit later too. There's some footage I put together already. I'll add it on to the end of here. Right, let's get to work. This is the perfect use for the Dutch hoe. There was a little bag, one of my grow bags sitting on here, which I've moved, so those little weeds have popped up. But what I want to do is, I need to get under here a bit. I'm just going to spread out my homemade wood chips. Homemade, yeah, that was me sitting in the evenings with a lopper. It's a tight space under here. Just spread them out a bit. And now, in behind there, I'm going to add some little, well, I'll show you. Space is getting tight. So this is some of the pyracantha choppings, and I'm just going to pop them all under here. Oh, I might arrange them. Jasmine needs cutting back. I might arrange them a bit more prettily at some point, but I'm not going to be growing anything right underneath here. So with those wood chips, with the bits of logs, and this is going to be sort of like insect station, insect habitat. I've got the bits of terracotta that just taking a bit off, the bits of terracotta down there. So yeah, let's leave this for wildlife. It's a crazy mess, crazy tight, but also down here, yeah, this really needs cutting back. I've got my Taunton Dean cutting from Paul, which we think is actually originally from a cutting. My neighbour's washing machine. Let me bring you in a bit. Right, you're on the opposite side now, so you're nearer the house, because I was gonna stand you here, but I've got my bags of rubble in the way until I get them collected. Yeah, so this was the Taunton Dean cutting that Paul brought, and we think it's a cutting from his plant that was originally a cutting from my plant, so it's a lovely sort of full circle thing. And I'm hoping, oh my goodness, huge worms. The minute I touch the soil in this garden, there's huge worms everywhere, which might mean that my little robin friend comes back. It's looking pretty dingy down here at the moment. Obviously we're heading into winter, plus the jasmine needs cutting back somewhat, but the Taunton Dean shouldn't mind a bit of shade. So I'm going to give it a go. And the great thing about Taunton Deans, if you don't know them, it's a perennial kale. So you leave it in the ground and they grow bigger and bigger. Some people call them kale trees, but they can get to, one of mine got to nearly 6 foot. And with kale, I meant to mention this in the other part of the garden, when you're harvesting, as in cut and come again harvesting, you're always harvesting the lower leaves so that the upper leaves are continuing to grow. Yeah, I think that'll be grand. Oh, I haven't got my wellies on. Am I going to firm it in with my trainer? I might go and change my shoes to firm it in. So the great thing about these is they go on for years. And after about 2 or 3 years, I would say maybe after, yeah, certainly by their 3rd year, they're so easy to take cuttings from. Upside down, let's come up. I can't do this upside down business. Yeah, they're so easy to get cuttings from that in essence you should be able to just keep having perennial kale in your garden for no expense going down the line. They're quite expensive to buy as cuttings. I had my very first one from Jimmy, thank you very much, years and years and years ago. And goodness me, so many of my plot neighbours had a cutting from me. I think this one from Paul was as well. It's, you know, if you want to garden frugally, oh, I'm going to put my trainer on the soil. Yeah, if you want to garden frugally, grow perennial kale, and then, like I said, each time you harvest, just 2 or 3 leaves from the bottom for your dinner that night. Perfect. Right, clean my shoe. And I think I'm not going to stake it for now. What I need to do, I'm just trying to think of the jobs I want to do today, because it is supposed to be raining again soon. It feels very drizzly, mizzly in the air. What's the priority? Do I start cutting back at the jasmine? I'm not sure. I'm going to have a think. I can certainly remove these nets now. Give them a bit of breathing space. Yeah, I can see just in the couple of weeks since putting them in, I can see new little shoots in the centres of them. Wrapped up like they've got their winter scarves on. It's actually really quite mild at the moment, really mild. And in terms of gardening, yeah, great for gardening. It's just the rain that we're battling with. Okay, yeah, it looks like they've all got some new little shoots right in their centres there. Good. I think I'm going to get the hoe out and go and tackle those annuals that have come up in the broad bean bed, being really careful that I don't chop off the heads of my broad beans, because that would be really annoying. Being really gentle. You know, this is another good reason for sowing in straight lines. So the early days like this, you know where your seeds should be. And, oh, yeah, you can just get in between your rows. That's really, really close. I might leave that and do it by hand. Yeah, it's just enough to part the weed from its roots. I think this is a sign of just how mild it's been, and also how wet. Have I planted beyond there? Oh yeah, there's my little label. Right, that'll do. Yeah, I think the rest Oh yes, because, oh gosh, there's quite a few popping up. Oh yes. Oh, it's so exciting. I love it. I love this moment. You know, signs of new life, signs of the seeds we've put into the ground growing. It never, ever gets old. Oh, that's a happy sight. I'm very happy. Right, well, while I put away the hoe that I'm keeping, here's what happened a few days ago inside the shed. Enjoy. Well, it's nearly a week later, and I'm kind of, I've been sort of dodging rain to do this, but a couple of days ago I got all the rubble out of the bottom, well, nearly all, tiny bit left. I was mentioning about this shovel, the only one I could find was, look at the size of it, it's like shoveling rubble with an ice cream scoop, but, you know, it did the job. It took ages to get it all out, but it's done. And then I've gone over the walls with this wire, you see it's wires, wire brush, to get any remnants off, well, the worst of the remnants. And now, with a stiff broom, I'm just going to go over the walls one last time, because, oh yeah, there's a bit coming down. I think when I need to put my goggles on, having taken that layer off, all the original stuff off, there was a little bit still on the walls, but it's quite damp because it's been held behind the render all those years. So now that it's been off, and this is what I suspected would happen, and I noticed it when I was clearing all the rubble out, it's all drying off, so now it's more like just sand. So in I go to brush off as much as I possibly can. Well, anyway, you know what brushing looks like. You get the gist, don't you, here? I mean, there's still probably going to be a little bit, it's probably going to be a little bit dusty, but heck, it's a shed, isn't it? So, I'm going to get on and finish this, and then get the shelves in there, which is going to be fun and games, me doing it on my own. But where there's a will, there's a way. Oh, getting there. So I'm just finishing the shelves. These were a bargain. The only thing is, I've had to build them. So that's what I've just done for the last hour. Yeah, they were one of those, thank you, someone else's purchase, wrong size, new, still in box. Anyone want to buy them? Yes, please. So anyway, I'm just going to set all the shelves. 2 of the shelves are fixed. 3 of the shelves can be moved, which is useful. I'll be very happy to get everything out of the kitchen and on these shelves now. So, have I built them straight? Yes. Oh, I'm feeling a little bit pooped now. It's been a mad few days of just racing against the weather, and I don't know, it just kind of does something to you, doesn't it? It's sort of that sort of pressure of get things done before the weather. But yay, good, shelves are in. Now I'm going to get all the stuff from the kitchen. Am I going to get it all out today? Bring it out of the kitchen, out of the house, around here, into here, and unpack it? I might do. Yeah, I might do that. Oh, there's my neighbour's cat coming for another visit. I might have a little cuddle first. Right, getting on. All my precious vintage terracottas, but some of my slightly modern ones. A bit grumpy for a second because I thought I'd watch next door's cat because it keeps popping into my kitchen. I thought I'm gonna just pop out and follow him and see what he gets up to. He didn't go into my kitchen. He went down into the shade garden, and before I could stop him, he's just done a massive mound of... There is fecal matter in my garden. It's disgusting. It stinks. I can smell it now, even now. What do I do about it? I mean, obviously I'm going to have to clear it up. I don't know if I've got any plastic bags to pick it up in, because it will need to be secured and tied so that the smell doesn't come out. But do I go to my neighbour's house now and say, excuse me, your cat's just done a massive shit in my garden, would you mind coming around and cleaning up after your cat? But I don't know, it doesn't seem very neighbourly, does it? That would be a bit like, I don't want to upset them, but by the same token, I don't want to be cleaning up crap. You know, it was never great fun picking up my dog's poo, but I always did it, you know. Always go out with a poo bag. So yeah, why is it deemed, because it does seem to be, why is it deemed acceptable for cat owners to not have to pick up after their cats? And I know people will say, oh, but they bury it. Yeah, but they're burying it in garden beds. I mean, that is so close to where I grow my food, for goodness sakes. Oh, it's massively just giving me the heebies. But anyway, never mind for now. That's such a cute teeny one. Yeah, never mind for now. I'll try and put that to the back of my mind for now and just get on with finishing this. So I need to get all the tools back in now as well. But yay, I'm really pleased. It's getting there, and it's just everything is going to be so much more accessible, which is fantastic. Right, let's get the next bit. The next box. Yay, it's like Christmas again. Well, I'm quite pleased with how it's turned out. It's going to go quite dark for a second until the camera adjusts. But, ta-da! My new shed. My new old shed. So I've managed to pack in quite a lot down here, up here. Hose, bucket that I'm always using. Pots, trays. I did whittle down my pot collection. So gravel trays, seed trays, slug collars, modules, propagator lids, bits and bobs of paint. That's some perlite, and that's some peat-free compost. That's house plant compost. And for now, I've got to choose between the two hoses. The hose are kind of down there. The thingamabob, what's that thing called? Spike's fork's hanging there for now. And then what I want to do is up here put a couple of hooks in a ways at the top in order to, I need to stand back to let you see, so then I can get the watering cans up off the floor and onto the wall. Unfortunately, I was hoping I could get the tall beam canes down the side, but because of a rock sticking out and and a wonky floor, I can't get the shelves any further over, and they can't come on this side and go down the side because they're too tall. Yeah, you can see they're too tall. So I might have to rig up a hook up there somewhere that I can just sort of sling a band around, maybe one up there and then another one further down, just to kind of hold them tight into the corner there so they're out of the way. But that gives me room now to bring my chairs in, and yeah, I'm pleased. And also it's just everything is more it's more visible to me, it's more to hand. So yeah, I'm all ready for a new growing season next year. Yay, bring it on, bring it on. And of course, by the time I get to a new growing season next year, hopefully the chairs will have gone back out into the garden, and so I've got a space in here to stack bags of compost, because like I said, I'll buy larger ones this year in bulk and have them delivered, which will be cheaper, and therefore they can sit in here until I'm ready to use them. Oh, I'm chuffed. That was hard work, gals and guys, but it's done, and I can see all this beautiful stone, and the train's just tooted approval. Oh, I know, I've got my riddle as well to bring in. That's in the kitchen. Oh, and my loppers. So yeah, hooks for watering cans, loppers, and my riddle. Get them up off the floor so that little Miss Dyspraxia can walk into the potting shed, go and get whatever bit of kit I need from over there without tripping on things. And yeah, nice, neat and tidy. Keep your tools clean, keep your tools sharp, look after them, keep them out of the weather, and hopefully all your bits and bobs. Oh, talking of bits and bobs, there's bits. Bobs is in the kitchen. But yeah, hopefully all your bits and bobs should last you for years and years and years to come. Yay! Oh. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little makeover. It's not really changed much, but oh my goodness, the work that went into that, but it's worth it. I'm absolutely delighted with it. I've had all my chairs in there for the last few days, great because of the rain. Everything's easy and accessible, so for me that was well worth the effort, and more than anything, I get to see that beautiful stone every time I open the shed door. Oh, and it just makes my heart want to burst. Right, anyway, that's enough for today. I'm going to do a few boring bits like the patio and so, and then some really chunky soup again for lunch. Loving chunky soup at the moment. I will see you all again really soon. We'll probably be in the kitchen doing something, because I think we're now due another couple of weeks of rain. Good grief. Oh, so one thing, just quickly before I go, I was chatting with Paul the other night about just so much rain, and I said I'm a bit worried that my seeds might rot in the ground because of all this rain. So to see the shoots today, yay, they haven't rotted, they're growing. Alright lovelies, until the next one, cheerio.